needs that money.
Hundreds of pairs
That
of-
money has to keep coming in if you're going to live like this.
It's not that expensive though, but
He's only 46. But he does this with everything, man. He's got $1 million watches.
I don't think he buys every pair.
You gonna give them to him?
Putting lies on my name, putting lies on me and my team and my family, and hurting my business. We're not talking about millions. We're talking about billions of dollars. We can't do that. So this is my first time ever filing a lawsuit against a media company. I'm shopping, spending money, living life.
Joe Rogan has come out swinging with sharp criticism after the latest news about Floyd Mayweather's financial issues. He pointed out that even the richest athletes can crash hard if they spend without control. Rogan made it clear that making millions does not excuse anyone from real responsibilities, especially taxes, and he brought up Mayweather's long history with the IRS. According to him, living a flashy life without solid financial planning is basically a shortcut to trouble.
How much does he owe?
It's in the $20+ million range.
It's a lot of money, man.
But it's not something that he's been, it's not like deception.
No.
It's just neglect to
It's
pay.
neglect. And it's also like, I think, and there is like a truth to this. He makes so much money. There's probably a point when they're like, hey, it's time to pay your taxes. And you go like, all right, here's a check for $25 million. That's an incredible amount of money. And then they go, that's true, but you owe 50 more. And he's just like, that can't be right.
You know
I've
what's
given
not
you
good?
$25 million.
Yeah, he's bought over 100 luxury cars from the same dealer and always pays in cash.
He has 50.
Floyd Mayweather Jr.'s lawsuit against Insider Incorporated adds a dramatic turn to the story surrounding his public image. At the center of the case is an article questioning a reported $42 million real estate deal tied to the boxing icon. The lawsuit claims the outlet deliberately distorted facts about his business dealings, making him look dishonest or as if he was exaggerating his wealth. If the deal is real, the purchase of 62 buildings would be one of the biggest personal real estate moves in recent years. However, the report challenges both the authenticity of the deal and how it was financed, putting Mayweather's credibility under serious pressure. His legal move appears to be about defending his name, not just as a legendary fighter, but as a businessman.
I know you guys want to talk about real estate. Only thing I'm doing is answer the questions.
That is a real estate question.
Okay, so out of 48 years, I'm 48 years old, and I've never sued a media outlet. The media outlet throughout my life has bashed me, talked bad about me, spoke bad about my family. Now, I've always been judged because how I have presented myself when I'm promoting a fight. You cannot judge me for entertaining the people when I'm promoting a fight. Judge me for the person that you know. You can't judge me if you don't know me. So that's no different from people in this room may want to do a deal with me. But if someone going out there putting lies on my name, putting lies on me and my team and my family and hurting my business, we're not talking about millions. We're talking about billions of dollars. We can't do that. So this is my first time ever filing a lawsuit against a media.
Mayweather's response focuses heavily on what he sees as bias in the article and the ignoring of key evidence. He says his legal team provided Insider Incorporated with detailed proof, confirming the legitimacy of his real estate transactions. According to him, that evidence was brushed aside in favor of a more attention-grabbing story. He also pointed out that this is the first time he has ever taken legal action against a media company, showing how serious he considers the situation. His strong defense signals a bigger effort to present himself as a responsible businessman who has been unfairly targeted.
And I'm not gonna let anyone go out there and smear my name and talk bad about me, talk bad about my family, or talk bad about my company.
All right, one more toughie. So
Nothing is tough.
no, okay.
After being in the sport of boxing, dealing with the sport of boxing, there's nothing that's tough.
Fair. So that article sparked rumors that you are bankrupt. How do you respond to that? I don't think you have publicly responded
Well,
yet.
everybody's entitled to their own opinion. I mean, if if we call having 2 private jets, owning 100 buildings, being able to do what you want to do, if that's bankrupt, then I'm pretty sure everybody want to live like that.
What?
Okay, so I think we'll end with this one. When I spoke to you all last week, you were riding around Miami. You were looking to buy even more.
Yes.
Have you bought anything in the week since we last spoke?
I don't know. I was out in Miami for a while. We were looking at a few properties. I'm pretty sure.
Stephen A. Smith has added fuel to an already intense discussion. He pointed to the lack of transparency in Mayweather's business dealings, noting that what the public sees does not always match reality. While he did not completely dismiss the lawsuit, he suggested there is much more going on beneath the surface than the flashy headlines suggest. Smith believes many of Mayweather's ventures seem driven more by image than by solid business fundamentals. The bigger takeaway is that even if Mayweather promotes himself as a powerful businessman, the strength of that empire may not stand up to closer inspection.
People getting laid off, and then I see somebody come up right behind, get some contract. Business does business. You never know what's behind the goal of a business per se. What you do know is the work that you put in. If you're smart enough, what value comes with that work. And then at the same time, you also pride yourself in being very, very reasonable. I haven't, and I'm not going to talk about my contract negotiations with ESPN. They are ongoing. I think the talks have been very pleasant. I think we're making progress. We'll see what happens. If it works out, it works out. If it doesn't, I've got to...
50 Cent's reaction hit hard, focusing on the lack of solid proof behind Mayweather's real estate claims. Instead of backing up his statements with clear documents like contracts or bank records, Mayweather appears to be leaning heavily on legal action. Critics like 50 Cent see this as more of a distraction than a search for truth.
Watch that in full, and as we have already seen, 50 Cent has been very involved in critiquing, taking shots at Floyd Mayweather, and when this came across his desk, he did nothing other than that. If that's the case, it's going nowhere, because you didn't do the deal, champ. He must have named the writer separately to make him have to pay his own legal team. The champ is mad, and 50 most definitely promoted his brand and everything with that, because 50 Cent has came into question about this deal that Floyd Mayweather has struck, showed his real estate businesses, and people started diving into it. Floyd Mayweather has been defending it, but I just realized he put this $100 million lawsuit in against Business Insider, saying that they have been going at him for a long time now, coming at his family, coming at his team, and saying these derogatory things and defaming him, so he won $100 million. The suit, launched in the Southern District of New York, names Insider Inc. and reporter Daniel Geiger as defendants. It is centered around reporting by Geiger about real estate deals Mayweather Jr. publicly discussed, including an agreement to buy a 62-building Manhattan apartment portfolio. Geiger reported in late March that there is no evidence that there has been a sale. According to the lawsuit, Geiger embarked on a campaign of harassment and defamation categorized by aggressive and misleading journalism that not only distorts the truth, but seems driven by a deep-seated bias against Mr. Mayweather's success. It claims that Geiger refused to review documentation proving the deals in question happened, and suggests that there's a racial component.
The lawsuit looks like a power move meant to silence critics rather than answer questions. In a time when people are already skeptical about celebrity wealth, these doubts are only growing stronger.
Is that you are bankrupt. How do you respond to that? I don't think you have publicly responded yet.
Everybody's entitled to their own opinion. I mean, if we call having 2 private jets, owning 100 buildings, being able to do what you want to do, if that's bankrupt, then I'm pretty sure everybody want to live like that.
That last statement was a fact. If that's bankrupt, I'm sure a lot of people want to live like that. I'd sell a few of them planes, especially if I was going bankrupt. But yeah, wouldn't be a bad lifestyle to have. Now, Floyd Mayweather isn't the most articulate person. He does not articulate himself the best. This has been well known throughout his career. He is a prize fighter. He is a master promoter. He is a great business person. Put him behind a microphone or have him articulate himself, he's not the best at it. So if you listen to that and y'all tell me if y'all got the same vibe I did or if y'all think that I'm tripping, it sounds like he's running around a lot of shit. And it's like, all right, bro, yeah, you might be going bankrupt. But let's understand something real quick. If one of Floyd Mayweather's businesses, or if his business is going bankrupt, that does not mean that Floyd Mayweather himself is broke. That means that his business may be struggling. Oh yeah, his business may be struggling, and you could file for bankruptcy. I think it's 13 or...
Mayweather usually appears calm and confident in interviews, but that tone shifts when his finances come up. His reluctance to give clear numbers or detailed explanations, especially with bankruptcy rumors circulating, only adds to the speculation. Instead of clearing things up, it creates even more questions. For public figures, image is everything. And when that image starts to crack, a lack of transparency can speed up the downfall.
Aaron Mayweather too. Go money green on him. Change it up. Change it up. Change it up. That's what we do. There you go. There you go. There you go. That's what we did. I need everybody, all the fighters all around the world. MMA, boxers, follow this man right here. We get the job done. Money make.
Mayweather's claims that he owes no taxes sharply conflict with actions taken by the IRS. Allegations of unpaid taxes are serious, especially for someone known for branding himself as a master of money. This contradiction directly challenges his image as an untouchable financial figure. When even the IRS is involved, the idea of complete control over his finances begins to fall apart. Legal documents not only support critics' concerns, but may also lead to deeper investigations into his finances. The gap between his public confidence and the reality of his investments is hard to ignore. Real estate is often seen as a stable path to wealth, yet details about his supposed $400 million portfolio remain unclear. While his claims sound impressive, they are not always backed by solid evidence. This growing gap raises an important question. Is his empire built on real strategy, or is it a carefully crafted image meant to protect his reputation?
Filed a $100 million lawsuit against Business Insider over real estate deal report. Man, that's an expensive lawsuit. The lawsuit comes after a report by Business Insider journalist Daniel Geiger claimed that the 62-building Manhattan real estate portfolio that Mayweather announced he acquired never actually occurred. Geiger's report stated there was no evidence a sale was made. Mayweather's lawsuit claimed that Geiger refused to review documents of the deal, and it was an attempt by Geiger to publicly humiliate Mayweather. They embarked on a campaign of harassment and defamation characterized by aggressive and misleading journalism that not only distorts the truth but seems driven by a deep-seated bias against Mr. Mayweather's success, Floyd Mayweather. No, damn well he did not write that. And why would he? You know, he's talking about himself in third person. That's so cringe. Business Insider has provided a statement to Front Office Sports saying, "We will vigorously defend against this meritless attempt to discredit our reporting and smear our reporter." So they are.
Social media has turned into a battlefield filled with different versions of a story. For Mayweather, the line between reality and image management is becoming harder to see. While the lawsuit may have been intended to silence critics, it has instead brought even more attention and debate. Fans are not only questioning the size of his wealth, but also the real purpose behind the legal action. Instead of bringing clarity, the situation seems to be making everything more mysterious.
At the beginning of the year, Floyd Mayweather decided to tell us all that he bought a bunch of apartment buildings in Upper Manhattan. Everybody has found out that that wasn't true. Apparently, it's not that hard to figure out who owns property. This is not an indictment on Floyd Mayweather as a boxer. He is one of the best boxers we've ever seen. Anybody who is privy to Floyd Mayweather's antics outside of the ring knows Floyd ain't bought no goddamn apartment buildings in no Upper Manhattan, bro. We knew that when he told us. I'm not sure who Floyd Mayweather thought he was fooling. Nothing about Floyd Mayweather outside of a boxing ring says savvy. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. This is the same Floyd Mayweather that 50 Cent told he would donate $50,000 to the charity of his choice to read Harry Potter. He bought $400 million worth of apartment buildings in Upper Manhattan. Come on, Floyd. The people who was living in apartment buildings, the second they heard that Floyd Mayweather bought their building, they was on the phone with property management like, what's really? I will pay $10,000 a month, but I won't pay $10,000 a month to a nigga. Floyd, you can't just do that with Upper Manhattan apartment buildings, bro. Tell lies like that about the projects, man. You gotta do that to the hood, man. Ain't nobody going for that shit in Upper Manhattan, Floyd. You should have knew better than that, my boy. But then again, you are Floyd Mayweather. Oh, man. Anybody with
Inside the ring, Floyd Mayweather built a legendary reputation with his perfect record and elite defensive skills. Outside the ring, however, his recent moves have sparked controversy. His claim of owning more than $400 million in real estate quickly phased out when public records failed to confirm it. This shocked many fans and left them questioning whether he is focusing more on maintaining an image of wealth than being honest about his actual success.
Situation. We seen Marcos Maidana looking focused, more so focused on his baby and everything. So those are a lot of the minor takeaways. But my major takeaway from this whole thing, ladies and gentlemen, is I was quickly hit with an emotion of nostalgia. You know what I mean? Because seeing Floyd Mayweather with all this money and cars and clothes and hoes and yada, 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 it just kind of reminded me, there was a small segment in that episode that stated that a lot of fighters believe in their immortality. You know what I mean? We've seen this before. So the question I ask, we have seen this movie before. Boxers traditionally going broke. You know, they start off well, so flamboyant with all this money and all these cars, and they have businesses they invest in. They're something special, you know, at least in their minds they are. And then after either retirement or near retirement or after the fight game has left them, traditionally boxers go broke, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm not saying this is going to happen to Floyd Mayweather, but I swear on everything, man, I hope it doesn't happen to Floyd Mayweather, because Floyd Mayweather is going to go down in the halls of history, ladies and gentlemen, as possibly top 3 to top 5 to top 10 of all-time greats.
There was a time when Mayweather's financial success seemed just as strong as his boxing career. He earned over $1 billion from major fights and huge sponsorship deals. But instead of securing that wealth through smart investments, much of it went into an extremely lavish lifestyle. Expensive cars, custom private jets, and non-stop luxury became his identity. Over time, this constant display of wealth appears to have weakened his long-term financial stability. Now signs of trouble are starting to appear, raising doubts about how solid his fortune really is. The situation closely resembles what happened to Mike Tyson, whose uncontrolled spending and poor decisions wiped out his wealth. Even though their personalities are different, both fighters use money as a way to make a statement. Behind the luxury, the structure looks fragile. Mayweather's habit of showing off wealth feels similar to Tyson's past, suggesting he could be heading down a similar path.
Athlete, not the highest paid boxer, the highest paid athlete in the world. I had the opportunity and pleasure to be around him for many years. I was his personal shopper. I was a personal friend of his family. One of my greatest memories of being just lucky enough to even be around that environment was watching him train. Watching Floyd Mayweather train is a masterclass in discipline. It is a masterclass in work ethic. It is a masterclass in this is how you execute and get stuff done. Every rep, he hits it hard. There's not one lazy rep. He does everything at such a high frequency, so elevated. I'm like, goodness gracious, watching this man train, it's like, that's how I want to train for life. I've been to the club with Floyd where we leave in the club 3, 4 in the morning and he's still going to hit his 6